1961, Karanda opened its doors, and at that time, the surrounding villages hardly had any people in it. There were a few houses here on the facility, and the hospital itself was a lot smaller. And now, over the years, things have expanded and developed, and we've increased our number of folk we service with water. Currently, we figure that we have on the station at any given time anywhere from 400 to 700 people. Well, a number of issues occurred in the late 70s. Karanda actually closed because of the war. And during that time, the water system that had been put in place to extract water from the river was damaged. After 1980, when the hospital opened back up again, the water pumping from the river was never done right. We also had a hard time in the 2000s here to get chemicals to treat the water. So I made a decision in about 2005 that we would try to move completely to deep wells, which we call boreholes out here. But we found in 2013 that the water level, the water table around us here was decreasing, and our boreholes were actually failing. So we made a decision as an administration team to go back to using river water again, to extract river water. We can get chemicals now, and it was time to think about how to do it right.
Before this project was done, Karanda was only relying on boreholes only. So they will do water rationing daily. Yeah, some of the boats, most of the time, there will be no water at the hospital. But when this project was established last 3 years ago, it's now we're hopeful, because what is happening right now, Karanda is now getting more clean and clear water every day. Right, we are not doing any water rationing. Right now, we are using our main water source is the river, which is behind my back, and this is where we get most of our water. We pump our water from the river. It goes through there are some 2-inch pipes which are drawn there. On the pump house, we have a small tank which is about 13 meters deep. That's when we put our sub pump. It pumps water into the sand filter, then it shoots water to the mountain. On the mountain, we do what we call flocculation. That is when we put aluminum sulfate. It traps all the dust particles, and they will settle down the tank, and clean water will come on top. Then from that one, it went through the laundries. We have another sand filter there. From that sand filter, water is taken to the chlorination. That's when we are going to do chlorination. All the germs will be taken out by chlorine. After chlorination, we send clean and clear water to the residents.
We're working on 5 phases here at Karanda in our water project. The first phase we came up with was water acquisition, which primarily focused on the river. And that's basically done right now. The second phase is water distribution, which with new pipes throughout the station. You can see behind here the pipes and all the hardware for phase 2, which is to actually put in a new water distribution system. Part of that involves a community labor effort, and so they're looking forward to that project, which will probably take place in January of this coming year. Phase 3 is hooking up the houses to the new water system one by one, making sure that the plumbing in the houses are working without leaks. Also in phase 3, we're putting solar water heaters on the roofs or on stands near each house. This will reduce our load on the grid. Now this phase has not been fully funded. We're kind of doing the water heaters a little bit at a time. We've had a donor help us with some of this, but we actually need to raise around $200,000 more for this project, and so we're looking for friends who would come alongside us there. Phase 4 is dealing with the effluent, the outflow of our septic systems, and our hospital septic system has basically been redone. There's some fine-tuning and some adjustments that need to be made, but phase 4 is ongoing and will take us a few years to finish that. And number 5 is a community focus, which replaces bush wells in about 12 communities around us. Karanda water system has been put under stress by our community people who don't have water or their wells aren't working. And so this phase 5 will allow us to help them put new hardware down and to establish a sustainable mechanism to pay for the next replacement of the material in 5 years. So part of the project is buying each village a female cow and a female goat. They would register those to the village and breed them, and the goats could be sold for medications for the herd. The idea is when the time comes to change out hardware, you sell 2 cows and you've got enough money to put new hardware down. This project obviously has involved a lot of different folk, and we really appreciate our donors who have never even been here and seen us but have come alongside us. We also appreciate the supreme efforts of some of our technically gifted help that's come out here from the United States. Ken Atkinson, Russ Bennett, and a few others. This is something that's bigger than any one of us, and we're seeing the good results of a lot of effort that's been coordinated and the Lord's put together.
Those who support Karanda, keep on supporting the Karanda Mission Hospital so that, especially on the water side, we need, because we have a couple of jobs which need to be done, but maybe funds, those who have some funds, we're going to help Karanda so that our water system continues to be good. Yeah.